we start with 1 hour chart. Just want to give a quick update. All right. First of all, if we refer to our analysis, in my last video, we see the price was within this move. I think around here. We mentioned if you want to look for buy, because we mentioned one of the options to have a look, to look for this correction for one more drop. Okay. As we can see, the price reverse, but what we expecting to price break this low, but it haven't, and this one turned to a correction. All right. And we have we mentioned in case this is the start of the up move, we mentioned we can have entry both here or here. Okay, no, I think we need to be quite careful, because now the question is, because we are looking for this to get the correction for the breakout of this low. Okay, no, we haven't get the one, the price drop. No, this one turned to a correction. What's this? Okay, how we can trade it? First of all, again, we start with higher time frame, because we want to know what we have there for those traders that just new to or this analysis. Okay, first of all, most of the charts we have this down move, and not the only question is the way is correcting here. And we mentioned this is where we have been looking for. We have this line since long before the price, I mean, retest this one, which is 0.0407. Okay, because we mentioned if the breakout of this, we want to see whether we can get the correction for the breakout or not, and what we expecting if this correction give us a reversal. Okay, and now we want to see how we can trade it based on forward chart. This is what we have been looking for. All right, when the price tag this line, which we've had here already, we mentioned maybe this is can be turned to a reversal, but later when we see this correction, I mean when we see this move, we mentioned maybe this one is in relative to this, and this one can be one more drop to break this. And we mentioned technically if we get this, mostly we can expect the price can reverse and it can give us really good trade. All right, but as we can see, the way is moving is really corrective, especially when we have been within this. And we mentioned that this kind of the move mostly can give us very sharp. We can expect the next move will be really sharp. Now the question is up or down, but mostly we're looking for the buy because we're looking at this correction. Okay, but whether we have to wait for the price to break this low or not, okay, it depends. As I say, if it's break this one, it can give us a better trade setup. But if we get any buy setup from here as well, we get it, we take it. Okay, now if I zoom in, what we are looking for right now, we're looking for this move in relate with this correction. And if we see this one, we have the correction have a first move, and this is a second. We can expect for one move up, then from there we can expect for one move down. As long as the price haven't broke this low, this one we consider as a correction in relative to this. But the possibility of the price retest this low, which is 0.04, then this move turn in relative to this with this correction. That's why we want to see how deep this one can go. If we get any buy from here, I mean, if we're looking for buy, we need to be aware that there is an option that price can retest this one. But right now, we're looking at, okay, because first we were looking at this, we thought maybe this is the correction in relative to this, and this is the one is going to drop and break this one. But when I see this one, still we can consider for one move up before the price can drop. Okay, now I want to see how we can trade it. But if this one continue and retest this low, which is 0.044 almost, then we will confirm this is the only correction and this is the last move in relative to this. Sorry, in relative to this. Now we want to see how we can trade it, because the way is moving is really corrective. We cannot take any good trade. For example, when the price, I mean, we get this down move, we mentioned we look for buy. We had the two opportunity to look for buy, even we took it, but the way was moving really corrective. That's why I mentioned we have to take out the trade. It's not moving. And then when the price was here, as I mentioned, we were looking for this, and we the entry both here and here. Okay, but what we get was this move and price drop. Now we want to see whether still we can, if the price break this low, again this low, I mean 0.047, then any reversal we will take it. And also we can have entry both here. Okay, but right now having entry above here, because in our analysis we have mentioned we can have an entry above this top and here, which this top is almost 0.051, and here is 0.052. But now I mentioned, since we get this correction and the price haven't broke this one, having here will be really risky. It depends on the traders, but then we prefer to have entry above this. Okay, that means we put the entry above here. Okay, what we want the price, if reverse sharply, we get the trade. But if the price tag within 1 or 2 hours is not moving, then we don't stay with the trade. Why? Because as I mentioned, based on forward chart, this one can turn to a correction in relative to this for one more drop. That's why I know I'm mentioning, if this one can turn to one move down, then we have an entry above this, which is better for us. But we have the technically it's better the price to break this one, but it haven't broke. That's why I mentioned right now having entry above this top. It depends on the traders. Okay, it depends on how the next move can be. And no, if you want to look, this is if you want to look for buy. And as we mentioned, made this one the way is moving, because this one we have internal correction. Still, you can expect one move up, then the price from can drop. If you want to look for sell, the only option, because the way is moving is really corrective to have entry below this. Now we want to see which one we can take it. We will look for all the possibility here. But if I want to have entry below this, what I prefer, if this one I get one move up internally in relative to this, then I will put this trade, which is 0.047. But if the price drop from here, I'm not going to have entry. The only times I get, if I get one move up, similar to what we have here, at least to break out this top, then we will have this trade. Okay. Now I will remove it, because no, we cannot get this trade. Even if the price drop, we are not going to take it. Even the price drop, we are not going to have this one. Okay. How about if the price come here? Can we see whether we can get any trade setup based on lower time frame? If we get, also we can look for sell. But any sell will be short term. With the breakout of this, any move within this range, as long as the price haven't broke this low, we need, I mean, if we get this trade, we need, if the price drop and any price within this range, we need to start to manage, because the possibility the price tag and break and reverse may similar to what we had here. Okay. And for sure, if we get the price drop, break this low, any reversal, sharp move with a flag, similar to what we have here, we can take it. It can give us easier trade rather than having a trade above this. All right. Anyway, now we're looking at this correction, and mostly we can do somewhere. I mean, we can look for sell, but if the price we get one move up, we can have entry below this, as I mentioned. And if the price drop from here, we're not going to trade it. Then from there, we can look for reversal if we get. And if the price continue from here, the only way we can have entry below this. And one more thing, if we get one move down with the breakout, then we can consider to have entry above this. And if even from there, if we get any sharp move and reversal, flag, similar to what we had here, we can look for buy. This is what we are expecting and how we can trade it. But right now, the only things based on what we have right now, the only things if we want to trade, we will have only this entry, which is 0.052. 526. Better we put a 0.053. Where will be 0.053 if I change this one? 3 will be a bit higher. It's better for us. Because why? We don't want the price tag the top and reverse. Okay, but as I mentioned, this kind of entry is risky because of the next move for one move drop. That's why this is the only reason we have this entry. If the price sharply move, and if the price tag within 1 or 2 hours, if it is not moving, we don't take it. I mean, we take out the trade. And more severe, if traders doesn't have the experience with having entry above the top, if they want to look for buy, whether if they get a sharp move, any breakout of this line, any flag above, they can look for buy. Or if they get any small flag here, also they can try. But the most safest is if we can see the breakout and give a flag, all right, or a small correction. Anyway, we don't have a really proper trade setup. We talk about all the possibility, how we can trade it. All depends on what we have here. We need to see what we will get from here, then we can confirm. Okay, and if this one turn to what we have here, mostly as I mentioned, we can look for one more sell. Anyway, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, or any changes, then I will share. By the way, we cannot buy or sell within this correction because, as I mentioned, we will have the different possibility. And as I explained again, when we have this kind of the move, if the way is correcting, next move can be really sharp. How long we will be within this, we cannot confirm right now, unless the price break this low or we see any reversal. Okay. In this case, we just follow the chart again, and if I see any update, I will share. Rather than that, we just stay away from the. I mean, stay away and we don't trade it. Thanks.